Well, here's a project I'm not very happy about. We've got a pin oak, and it's around, what, 14, 16 inches diameter. We'll check the diameter over there when we get there. Yeah, it's a large pole, small sawlog size pin oak sitting on the pond bank. And what happens on the pond bank is a tree like that will get off balance a little bit and it starts tipping. And that one's doing that now. If you hold up a plumb line, you can see that that tree is, the top of it's about 3 feet off a center. And if we let that tree get bigger and keep doing what it's doing, it's going to tip, 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 and then ultimately go in the pond. And it's big enough it'd be a pain to pull out. Last summer, we had a big pin oak over there next to the spillway, and it took about 4 years. It was huge. There was no way we could deal with it. And it finally went in one night during a storm, and we had to hire a guy with a big backhoe to come out here. And we worked on it 2 days, got it out of the pond, but it cost a couple grand to pull it out, and it was quite an ordeal chunking it up and pulling it out. And actually we're still cleaning it up. Still have cleanup to do. So we're going to see if we can nip this one in the bud. And we'll have to cut a face on the side away from the pond and do a bore cut, get our wedges in, release the back, and then pound it over. And I'm going to try not to fall in the pond. I did that last year too. I don't want to do that again. No fun falling in the pond. And anyway, so I'm going to go set up the camera over there where you can watch the action, and we'll see if we can get that on the ground in the direction we want it to go. Okay, we're set up here. The tree got bigger when I got up close to it. I put my Biltmore on it. That is a 20-inch diameter tree at breast height. And so I'm going to take a little slice off each side just to cut the distance down through it, make sure my bar reaches through, because I want to work only from one side. If I go to the other side, I'm going to fall in the pond. And what we're going to do is take a slice off each side to lessen the diameter, do the front cut, bore cut it to establish the hinge, then cut out part of the back, set some wedges, and cut out the rest of the back, and then pound it over. So we'll see how this goes, and hope I don't fall in the pond, hope the tree doesn't fall in the pond. We'll see if I'm good enough. Anyway, pin oaks are always nasty. You got all these darn limbs hanging on them. Can't do much with them. You try to pull them down, you just frustrate yourself. So they're not much of an escape for me. I can back up about 5-6 feet when it starts to tip, and should be okay. I'd rather get farther away, but that's what I got here, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, we got everything disconnected. I'm hoping we'll see. Probe that, see how we're doing. See if we got everything cut there. Yeah. That's easy enough to check. Push that through. We got it all disconnected except for the hinge. Just to make sure. I hate it when I pound on one and then find out I left something in the middle. Okay, here we go. Okay, I went back for a bigger hammer. That little Hudson Bay axe just doesn't have quite the weight to hit it. So anyway, I think we'll get her now. Okay, those are loose. Now we work over here, might be able to work right-handed. Still tight. Yeah, it's hard work for an old man. Take these other two and keep them in there just for insurance in case I pop a wedge out. There we go. Yeah, it's just for insurance. Yeah, we're getting closer. Can you hear those fibers pull? She's real close.
Well, I need to go back to the house and get a thicker wedge. That's what I need. That won't quite do it. Okay. So I guess we'll pause. I'm afraid to walk around in front of it now. It's getting real close to the tipping point. Maybe I can push that just a little farther to relax. Making noise.
She's real close. Anyway, I'll go get a thicker wedge. I gotta pause the camera because I gotta walk way around. I'm not walking in front of that sucker. Yeah, that is close. Maybe I can stick those two in up close. It's awful close. Let's see. There we go. Here she goes. There she's down. Didn't take much more. Oh boy. That's one on the ground. Oh boy. Let's look at that baby. Pin oaks are a big nasty tree. Look at all the sticks we got to clean up. But that sucker will not go in the pond, and that was the purpose of this little exercise. And we got another one over here. I got to evaluate it too. Oh, it's leaning out too. Yeah, there's one right behind the camera, and there's not a good place to stand on it. That'll be a project for another day. And you didn't get to see me go in the pond. I guess. Oh, one more shot here before my battery goes dead. This is the butt of that log we just cut, and you can see it had some major injury several years back. We got some serious rot, and we got separation in there. When you've got separation between your growth rings, that's called ring shake, and this is ring shake plus rot. And interesting thing, I had those two extra wedges set up front. There's one. The other flew way over there, flew about 20 feet when that tree tipped. I didn't even catch that as it went over. I was backing away from it and watching the stump, but I didn't even see that happen. So strange things happen. That was a crappy tree, and I'm glad we got it over before it fell in the pond. Anyway, catch you all later. Thanks for visiting.